stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. This one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. In motion goes the tight end. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Jackson. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Down. Watch out, 52.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They run once more with Edwards. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First and 10, it's Patterson. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Armour-Davis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Oh, he fakes a spike. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darren Hall. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see. comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 4th down, Mariota. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 37 yards. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now they send a man in motion right. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Damiere Byrd as the 1st half is winding down. And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Mariota will look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
I know, I answered.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game.
Oh,
First and 15.
Yeah, I need him. Okay. I'm putting it by the door.
Algier now up the middle.
Okay.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's Algier again on second down. And some room to maneuver. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie things at 20 all.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff football.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Avery Williams on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Armour Nicholas on the tackle.
3rd down, here's Algier. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll go down at the 28. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, Ravens.
Again, it's Edwards. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mariota. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Straight ahead, Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
The 7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Mariota. The quick slant caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Ferguson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Falcons 27. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. That's taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Mariota. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferguson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Patterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. To throw, Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10.
No time.
Taking it right down.
Oh,
Broadway.
yeah. I like it.
Past the 20.
Yeah.
And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's got Ferkser, and they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Mariota. Connected with Bird. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
One last shot now for Mariota. Looking end zone,
Yes.
but it's incomplete.
Thank you
And
for
now
dropping
time for
that.
one final play that has to be obviously in the end
What?
zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. With zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans will hold up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
This game is on your side, man. Straight up. On your
Now for
side.
the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10. Down at the 33. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Edwards now on first and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Jackson gonna roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys in concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.